Hello, and another entry. I'm doing a lot of double entries in a single day now. Mother's Day for me means hiding away in the room. I had a few hours sleep this afternoon, and I had jacket potato for dinner. I've basically do what I normally do on Mother's Day and avoid humanity, because humanity doesn't really do anything for people like me. Back in Dagenham, I would normally try and get down to my grave on my mum's grave on today. I haven't visited my mum's grave in years now. I did try doing some karaoke a moment ago, but can't be bothered. Not in the mood for karaoke. I spoke to someone online a couple of times today. Young Filipino woman. Don't know what her name is. She just goes by the same name of Simply Me, but hey ho, there's an awful lot of Simply Me's on. Am I still getting... I have to keep checking because I did a recording yesterday or the day before and there was no sound. I've got the Hollies playing in the background, but I can't have it on because I'll get a copyright strike. I don't know. I really don't see where my life is going to go. It's pretty crap at the moment. It's pretty crap most of the time. But I'm so scared of leaving my place I can't even throw my rubbish away. I've said this time and time again. It's not healthy for it to be stored in my flat, but how am I supposed to get rid of it? The council keeps saying I'm refusing to take my rubbish out. Well, no, I'm refusing to put myself in harm. Every time I go out, I have to have a basically 3-4 hour rest just because of the way it affects my blood pressure and heart rate. I can't stand my neighbours, man. 3 of them need moving, separating. They're troublemakers. The council knows this. Oh, I don't want to keep going on, boys and girls. I've just put another complaint in against the police because they said they was going to call me on Friday. It's now Sunday. No one called me. No one's even explained to me why they haven't called me. It just feels like I'm a fucking nuisance to everyone. I get more people watching this in Arabic than I do in English. Can you get that? I saw Chinny online last night. Cindy or whatever her name is. Sent her a message. She replied back to me then blocked me. What's that all about? Nice. These are the sort of fucking ignorant people I get surrounded by. I might put a movie on in a moment, but when you're trapped in 4 rooms for what seems to be the rest of your life and you're gradually running out of space because you're paying for a flat to store rubbish in, And because my racist council, Waltham Forest Council, don't give a shit about anyone if you're not black, apparently, under my observation, it's only the black people and non-British people that get any treatment around here. I wonder if I'll get my Freedom Information request. I'll try this week to go through my old Freedom Information requests and see if they've all been fulfilled or ignored. It all depends on how I feel though. At the moment I can't be bothered because I don't feel too good. My skin is itching all the time. I've got scabs and sores all over me where I keep scratching so much because I can't have a shower. I've cut my hair short because it was itching so much yesterday. And I had to be it took a long time because I had to be really careful I didn't get any down my back. Because I can't really get it off me back that easy without having a shower, and I can't have a shower. I've got 2 episodes up online now. I haven't done any subtitling this weekend, so I'll have this one as well, so 3 to do tomorrow. I'll start putting them up day by day, I think, so I've got a couple of days in hand. I'm fed up of actually complaining to get nowhere. I wouldn't mind if I was getting somewhere. But I'm at that point again where I can't be bothered to put complaints in all the time. It's like when you call the police and they don't come out. You stop calling the police. I have. My neighbours are breaking the law every day. I've said that on every report. And no one comes down. My neighbours put a complaint in about me, they come straight down. They're black and white. You tell me the police aren't racist. The police don't even call me back. Hate crime happened 3 weeks ago. Not even investigated. They're investigating the complaint about the hate crime not being investigated, but they're not investigating the complaint, the actual crime. I showed the officer on Friday, all the hate crimes that have gone on. I showed him a recording of people saying they smoke cannabis, that they're threatening me. I've shown them recordings. None of them have been investigated. Have you sent them to housing? Yes, housing had a word with him and he denied it. How can he deny it? There's a video recording. It's a struggle for me doing this because I'm doing it all by myself and I'm not very well. And this is making me worse and worse. Oh look, 13 minutes. I'm rambling again, boys and girls. Oh, it's not 13 minutes, isn't it? Because it started at about 5. Oh, I don't know. I'll have to look down here. 8 minutes. Yeah. I was playing about with the sound and that to make sure, because I've been trying to do some karaoke, so I have to adjust the sound levels when I've done the karaoke. And keep looking down to make sure that there's noise coming through the sound. Although I swear blind, on the one I had to delete yesterday with no sound on, I was getting sound coming through the microphone levels. That really confused me, that one. And the other thing that happened tonight when I tried doing this one, the time went. The script for the time stopped running, and I don't know why. I had to remove it and re-add it and then put all the codes in to get it coming back again. At least the picture and the sound are all right now. I've got a fairly decent format now. I am losing the will to live. It is only the boys that are keeping me going. My boys being Tabs, can you see him? Yeah, just over in the corner. there, tabs. Caspy's on the wardrobe, because I've made a nice little bed up there for her. So sometimes Caspy and Merlin share it, which is good of Merlin, because he doesn't like sharing. He's a very lonely cat normally. I haven't changed the sheets on the bed for about 4 weeks now. I was going to try and do it this weekend, but I still can't be bothered. What's the point in changing your sheets if you can't get clean yourself? I had to have a wash down yesterday because my eczema was coming back, so I just got soap and water on my hands and face and my arms and upper body, and I just wiped down. I wasn't a shower, it was just like a bed bath. I've got no one to talk to. I spoke to that woman this morning in video call, and that was nice having someone to speak to. But the best I get normally is the odd text message. I've stopped texting or messaging people. I want to see if they message me first. I'm fed up of forcing people to talk to me. I don't know. What am I going to do when I run out of room in the bathroom? Why is it taking so long to organise some rubbish collection? Why have Wolf and Forest stopped talking to me? They were talking to me before December. I've told the housing ombudsman that they've stopped talking to me, probably because they're doing an investigation. No one seems to care. I've told the LGO and they've given them another 4 weeks, so that's another 4 weeks I've got to wait before anything might get done. I really don't know, people. I've started talking to a woman in London from Thailand, and she seems nice, but unless I can get my freedom back, there's no more point in me talking to anyone. And I can't get my freedom back until the council move 3 tenants. 2 of them are easy because they're overcrowded, and the other one's a nasty troublemaker. Self-confessed criminal, and they don't do anything. Breach of his tenancy, they don't do anything. I spend all my life, night and day, wondering what my life has come down to. And I can't believe what it has come to. A few years ago, when I thought I could trust people and I thought I had work and a good job and decent money coming in. I'm not used to being poor. I'm used to having a decent income. I was an IT consultant. I was on ranging between 28 and 36k. So yes, I'd rather go back to work, but thanks to the people I used to work with, especially the last couple of companies, liars, I can't trust people. I'll never work again because I cannot trust people. I need everything put in writing and confirmed in triplicate virtually, and even then I don't trust them. I've been fucked over by so many liars. I can't stand liars. Don't anyone get this? What do I have to say to actually convince people I can't stand liars? See, that's one light on in the background. And I think that's enough. Because if I put that one on, it floods out too much. I think that's enough. Can I another day. Another Mother's Day over almost. I avoid TV because TV is normally full of, oh, this for Mother's Day and that for Mother's Day, and even the run-up to TV, to Mother's Day, is all full of adverts for Mother's Day. What's the point? I've never been able to celebrate Mother's Day. I don't remember one Mother's Day with a mother, because my mum died when I was 6. And I don't really remember very much, apart from at school, in junior school, when we was making cards for Mother's Day. They'd always turn around and say, Billy, you can make one for your dad instead. What, the one that used to beat me with a 3-foot piece of cane? Yeah, let's make a Mother's Day card for me dad. And that's literally what it was, a Mother's Day card for my dad. He already felt emancipated, I think the word is. Happy Mother's Day, Dad. Oh yeah, let's just remind him 3 or 4 years after his wife's died, that his wife's died. That was a good idea. I could do with a beer, but didn't get any yesterday. I keep thinking about vodka. Just getting some vodka and putting it in the freezer. I don't know. No, I've rambled on again, haven't I? 17 minutes. I'll have to remember to reset the clock up in the corner, because that's not how long I've been in here for. I was testing it at 5 minutes, that's why the clocks are out. Because of the date and the time and all that. And for some strange reason, the format keeps moving. The year, the date keeps moving right. So the last digit is missing off the screen. Looks fine now, but when I open it up tomorrow, it'll be gone. Don't understand that. Let me have a look. Hold on. No. Yeah. Speaking to a woman called Anna currently. I don't mean she's currently called Anna. Currently I'm speaking to a woman who is called Anna. Oh, it's so confusing, my life. And oh, that's unusual. I never noticed that yesterday. She's my age. Hard to tell by the skin. So many people look a lot younger than they actually are. Maybe I just look old because of the life I've had. I know I'm not suffering in pain like some people that, you know, are bad in life. And I'm not, you know, disabled by missing limbs and things like that. But when you've had 54 years of abuse and lies about abuse, my family's got a fucking cheek, they really have. So-called family. I remember writing to my uncle several years ago. Didn't get a reply back. I used to send him Christmas cards as well. Never got anything back. I only used to get Christmas cards from my sister in Wales because I'd send her one, and when she received mine, she'd send one back. And I know that's true because I tested it one year, I didn't send her one, and she didn't send me one. So there we are. That just goes to prove what a piece of shit she is, and always was. And my other sister lives somewhere. No one will tell me. Not that I really want to get in touch with either of them. Piece of fucking shits they are. Always lying, always trying to get me in trouble, always planning on getting me hit by my dad. And you want to try growing up with two older sisters and you're the only boy in the house. I had a brother, but he was never home. He was always out. So of course I was the one that my two sisters picked on, at least until Carol moved out and eventually moved to Wales. Fucking good riddance to her. Fat lying bitch. Never had a mum. Never really had a dad. Never had brothers and sisters. My brother died when he was 24. And he didn't really fucking like me either. All my life, I've tried to buy friends. Buying silly pencils for 50p at school and, you know, giving people pocket money and things like that. I never used to get pocket money from my lot. My dad and my brother tried it. I was getting £1 a week or something, 50p from each of them. And that went on for about 5 or 6 weeks, I seem to remember. Oh, whoopee-doo. Because I had epilepsy, I wasn't allowed to go out by myself. So I got used to not going out. And then I came to leave school. And I just assumed I was unemployable. The doctor said I'd be dead by the time I was 20. I don't know why. Because remember, I was too young for them to talk to me, so they spoke to my dad in the same room. People like him don't live beyond 20, they said. So I sort of like gave up at school. What's the point in putting your effort in if you're going to die by the time you're 20? That's what the doctors told me. And then I realised that, you know, maybe they weren't correct when I got to 25 and I outlived my brother, basically. I had abusive... When my dad died, I had an abusive relationship with the woman I married. I married her because I was lonely. I wasn't used to being in a 3-bedroom house by myself. So I decided to get a pen pal to talk to. And this pen pal said she was coming over. And then she moved in and then I couldn't get rid of her. It was nice having her around for a while. But she was abusive. Threatening with scissors and knives and throwing things at me. I don't know. Work weren't too bad when I eventually got out of the civil service. Although I think the civil service was good for me. It wasn't a lot of pressure looking back on it. It was quite easy work. And I sort of had some friends back then. Bernadine was my best friend in the civil service. But I lost touch with her as well. I tried keeping in touch with her via Facebook. Sorry, am I still recording? Yes. I moved my phone, you see. It's always something when I do something. Yeah, so I tried to keep in touch with Bernie, but I ruined that friendship by knocking on her door at 3 o'clock in the morning when she left the party without telling me. I went out because she invited me to a party over in Harold Wood somewhere. Posh area, big house. Can't remember, Blondie Ann's friend or something. Like I was back then, I didn't really mix very well, so because I was bored out of my head, I went out and sat in my car for a bit and eventually fell asleep. Then I woke up and went back to what I thought was the party and actually woke the people up. I didn't realise the party was over and was told that she'd left a couple of hours ago. Nice of her to worry about me. I thought people looked after each other when they went to parties, but no, apparently not. I was just there for a lift. That's all that happens with me, because I couldn't drink, because I was taking medication. I didn't drink alcohol back then. And I was driving every day anyway, so I didn't drink anyway. Only at the weekend. I just get used for lifts. If it weren't for the fact that I had a car, and I was the nominated driver, I don't think I would have gone out. I don't know, boys and girls. Life's a piece of shit, and then you die. I just wait to die every day. There is no point in living. If it weren't for Merlin and my 2 other boys, I would be dead. I would be better off dead. I wouldn't have to go through this misery, surrounded by liars and racists. I know Dawn said recently when I told her what's going through, maybe that getting diagnosed with autism wasn't a good thing for me. And I can see where she's coming from, but I'm not using the autism as an excuse. It's just, I would be behaving like this anyway, whether I was diagnosed or not. I have always behaved like this. I was too scared to leave my house. Only when I got divorced in 2001, I wouldn't leave my house unless I had to. Work, shopping, that would be it. I wouldn't go out because I was always looking out for my ex. She tried killing me on my birthday after we got divorced. So she's not exactly the easiest woman to walk, face to face in the street with. So I didn't leave my house for about 18 months, almost 2 years I think it was. So this, not going out is not a new thing for me. I get easily frightened. I've always had panic attacks and anxiety about all sorts of things. But there's no record of any of this. Back then, there was no record for any problems that blokes had. Being terrified or scared. There was nothing. You couldn't ring the police. I rang the police and they came round and asked about me missus. She was having a go at me and they wanted to know what she was like. That's what I've had to put up with. And women think they've got it bad nowadays. Personally, with that Sarah Vigil thing, I would have fined everyone £1,000 for breaking curfew, for breaking COVID. Doesn't matter. Someone's dead. You're in a lockdown. You get fined. That's what it should be. None of this namby-pamby, we've got to talk him into going home. No, they've been told to stay at home, and if they're not staying at home, they get a fine. You shouldn't have to negotiate with them. Do you negotiate with criminals when they're coming out of the bank? Oh, please take that money back. No. You've got money in your hand, you've taken it out of the bank, you get nicked. You don't get asked to take it back in the bank. So why are they namby-pamby with people that are breaking COVID? Why is it two different standards? You break COVID, you get nicked. You rob a bank, you get nicked. I don't care. This place has fallen into anarchy. And it's nothing to do with Brexit. We were falling into anarchy for years before. Oh, I'm going to go. Go and I'll speak to you tomorrow.